Okay, good morning Year 7. This is your fourth lesson in the travel writing unit. Your do now task is on the board. I think it's quite a challenging do now task actually, so you might have to think back to your primary SATs preparation, although obviously you didn't do your SATs last year, you did do the work towards them. What's an adjective first of all? That should be fairly straightforward. It's one of the major four word classes that you're supposed to know, so it should be adjectives, adverbs, verbs and nouns. The second part of that question though is what's a superlative? Now that's harder. It's entirely possible that some of you won't even have heard of superlatives, but I've left it on the do now task in case you have. So then the second question, what's the effect of an adjective and a superlative? So what do they achieve in a piece of writing? And then finally, why might the writer use those literary devices? So why would they use adjectives? Why would they use superlatives? Pause the video and answer those questions now. Okay, how did you do? So what we're going to be looking at today then is adjectives and superlatives. It's a quite hard word to say, and using those in your own work. So on the board, adjectives. An adjective describes a noun. So a noun might be princess or girl or king or witch. Things like that are nouns, okay? And the adjectives on the board are the words in blue. So good, short, long, bad, old, beautiful, fat, thin, tall, short, happy, miserable. All those things are adjectives. So, using the image that you've got there to help you, so you'll be writing about the king, you'll be writing about the fairy, you'll be writing about the princess, the witch, and the hat. I want you to try and come up with some adjectives to describe each noun. If you could aim, please, for 5 adjectives for each, please pause your video and do that now. Superlatives then. So the proper definition is of the highest order, quality or degree, surpassing or superior to all others, which sounds complicated, but you've got 4 examples there in the coloured boxes. So the superlative is the est part of that. So you've got cold, colder, coldest. It's the most cold it can be. So coldest is the superlative. In the second one it's big, bigger, biggest. So biggest is the most big you can be. Bad, worse, worst. Again, worst is the worst it can be. Angry, angrier, angriest. So it's those words at the end with the ist are superlatives. So, can you find the superlatives and adjectives that are in these adverts below? So number 1, the world's largest harbour city full of head-turning architecture. Oh, hold on, mine's going weird. Bear with. Okay, what I'm going to do is come out of the PowerPoint because I think it's giving you the answers and you can still see them when we look at the slides like this. So, number 1, the world's largest harbour city full of head-turning architecture, modern art displays and breezy open spaces is well known for its wonderful international atmosphere and big city attitude. Number 2, with streamers, balloons and a fridge full of refreshing ice-cold Coca-Cola, this brightly decorated room is made for fun. A fanfare welcome awaits you. Sleeps up to 6 guests. Okay, so pause the video, try and find those superlatives and adjectives in those 2 paragraphs. Okay, let's see how you did then. So, largest is one of those est words, isn't it? So that's a superlative. Head-turning architecture. So architecture is a noun, head-turning is the adjective that goes with that. Art is the noun, modern goes with that. Open spaces is the noun, breezy goes with that. Okay, so wonderful international are adjectives to describe the atmosphere, and the city that's there is described as big. Okay, in the second one, refreshing and ice cold are adjectives to describe Coca-Cola, and the room is brightly decorated, so that's also adjectives. So the only superlative there is largest, and then you've got all of the others are adjectives. So if we were in school, this would be a think, pair, share activity, but it's not because obviously we're at home, so you need to do this by yourself. Can you think about why writers might include superlatives in their advertisements? How does that help them sell their product? Similarly, adjectives, what are they there for? Why do they use these? So what I want you to do then is answer that in your exercise book, and it's giving you 10 minutes to answer that. So I would expect at least 3 sentences each. So 3 sentences to explain why writers use superlatives in adverts, and then 3 sentences about why writers use adjectives in their advertisements. And then that's it for today. So I will see you next lesson. Take care.